APA is in its 7th edition, yay! Well, it's not really that exciting, is it? But it is really important if you're writing an academic paper or thesis and you have to use APA, American Psychological Association style sheet, because there are some really important changes that were brought in. And in this video, I want to specifically focus on writing style, grammar, and the language. And I'll do another video where I focus more specifically on the changes to the referencing style and formatting. So let's dive into it. If you're new here, my name is Marek Kiczkowiak and I run Academic English Now, where I help university students and researchers write better papers and theses. If you don't want to miss my other videos about APA 7th edition and the changes to citation format, the changes to formatting your paper, then definitely hit that subscribe button and that bell button so you don't miss them and we can continue learning academic writing now. So lots of changes to APA 7th edition. That's why I want to focus in this video specifically just on changes to grammar, language, and the style. So first of all, finally, APA allows and encourages the use of they as a singular pronoun. If you're thinking like, what is he even talking about? Why is he so excited? Well, in English, when you write, you would have to say something like, I don't know which student did this, but he or she should contact he or she. And this is really cumbersome, isn't it? It's always he or she, right? Because if you said just he, then it's sexist, especially if you're referring to all students. So now finally you can just simply use they. For example, you can say, I don't know which student did it, but they should. Right? And note that student is singular, but you were using they to refer back to that student to kind of mean all students in general. So this is really cool. You no longer have to use he or she, you can just say they. Yes! Another important piece of advice that APA 7th edition highlights is to avoid using who for things or for animals. They recommend using that or which and who should be reserved for people. So for example, for your interviewees or for other researchers. Another recommendation when it comes to style in APA 7th edition is about bias-free language. So one thing that they recommend is try to avoid talking about whole groups of people, such as men or women or the Americans, the Chinese, right? Instead, try to be more specific. For example, a group of Chinese American citizens. That's much more specific than just saying the Americans, and it's much more objective as well, and probably much closer to the reality of your study. Another thing that you should do, and I'm really excited about it because this was something that used to annoy me a lot, is that you should use just one space after a full stop. I remember having to go through all my text because I didn't realize that I had to put 2 spaces after the final stop or period at the end of the sentence. Now finally, thank you very much APA, we can just use 1 space and we can get back to writing our papers. Now the last thing that I want to talk about in terms of style and language is that APA now recommends using quotation marks, double quotation marks, for linguistic terms that you're using in the text. So imagine you had questionnaires with a Likert scale from strongly agree to strongly disagree. So in a text you might want to say that participants answered a 7-point Likert scale from strongly agree, and then here you would put strongly agree in double quotation marks rather than what previously people used to do in italics. So in here we would use double quotation marks. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about changes to APA 7th edition, don't forget to follow my channel, subscribe, hit that bell button so you don't miss my future videos when I'm going to go through the changes to formatting and also the changes to citations. And if you want to learn how to write excellent academic papers or thesis, then definitely look at my academic writing mastery program, which is linked right below this video.